AI is revolutionizing industries, from writing and coding tools to countless other fields. One critical area for developers building successful, robust apps is API design tools. Yet the market lacks a standout solution. Enter Echo API, a powerful platform that takes the best of tools like Postman and elevates it with cutting-edge AI features. In this video, I'll demonstrate how Echo API empowers developers to create APIs that drive real impact. Stay tuned. Let's get started with Echo API. Visit echoapi.com and sign up to get 20 free AI credits, ideal for generating specs, tests, and mock data effortlessly. We'll begin by creating a new project called AI Therapist API and start a collection. Perfect for all AI development processes, from design to deployment. We'll also connect it to VS Code later to streamline the coding experience. We chose Echo API for its simplicity, automation, and full-stack integration. Later, I'll compare it with tools like Postman so you can see the difference. To start, we'll copy a sample code snippet from our API and paste it into Echo API's AI-powered intelligent extraction tool. I'll copy the auth login code, select the AI Therapist API project, paste it in, and click the rocket icon. Echo API will automatically extract the API documentation, generate the interface, recognize patterns, and produce a response. Then we'll save it. Instantly, it generates a full open API spec. Next, let's add our first endpoint authentication to the default environment. This ensures it's automatically appended to every request. Click the gear icon next to the default environment and add the endpoint. Once this environment is set up, we can reuse it across different paths without repeating the configuration. After clicking the Create button, select AI Intelligent Extraction Tool. Then copy the code for the session endpoint, paste it in, and repeat the process for the AI response code. Just paste the function and Echo API extracts and structures everything. So let's log in using the auth login endpoint to get a token. Now that we have the token, we'll add it to the global parameters. Go to the auth tab, select bearer token, paste the token there, and save it. With the token set, we can now send a request to the get AI response endpoint. We need the bearer token to access the other endpoints, as they all require authentication. That's why setting the bearer token is so important. This endpoint requires 2 inputs in the body. Echo API has a feature called AI generates fake data, a huge time saver. We'll use it to generate example data for testing. First, copy the generated user input into the text box and paste it into the request object. Do the same for the mood value. Now send the request and voila, we get a response from the endpoint. Easy as that. One cool feature that comes after generate fake data is the batch update values or descriptions tool. This allows you to select parameters and update multiple values or fill in missing descriptions all at once. We update the field descriptions using the complete description button. Then we navigate to the edit using schema tab to review the descriptions generated by Echo API. After that, we click Save Schema with generated values and sync it with the current API body. Super cool and incredibly handy. The Update value button is useful when you have multiple parameter values to input. You can update them all at once using this feature. Testing is a crucial step in any app development. Echo API makes this simple. To test a single API endpoint, we head over to the Cases tab. Here we have AI-powered test case generation, which automatically creates tests for us. Let's click the Generate Test button. Echo API will then generate test cases based on several specifications, including API spec compliance and more. We simply click Apply and Test. Let's wait a moment as this may take a few seconds to complete. Still on testing our endpoint, under the Cases tab, there's a section called AI Data Pool. This feature highlights which parts of the API were tested, what exactly was being validated, and why those specific tests were necessary. It includes API specification compliance tests, protocol compatibility tests, and many other validations. This gives us deeper insight into what's happening under the hood during testing. When we expand the API specification tests, we can see the test case object along with the expected outcome. The same applies to other AI-generated test cases. It's a really powerful feature that makes API design and validation much more intuitive and efficient. And just like that, we've tested our API endpoint. It's an easy and efficient way to test a single endpoint in Echo API. But testing a single endpoint isn't always enough. Often, we need to verify how multiple APIs work together in a complete flow. In our case, we want to test a full user journey, logging in, retrieving sessions, and getting an AI-generated response. To do this, we go to the Tests section and click Create to start a new test case. In Echo API, flows are built using steps. A step can be a simple HTTP request, an API test case, or even flow control like if conditions, loops, and more. For now, let's choose HTTP request. We'll select 3 endpoints: User Login API, Get Sessions API, and Get AI Response API. Click Add by Copy to include them in our test flow. Now we'll run the flow to check if any tests fail. And voila! All tests passed, the dream of every developer. You can export the test results as HTML or JSON for reporting or sharing. And finally, don't forget to save your test flow. The test flow is dependent on each step. For example, the login endpoint is essential because we need the token it returns to test subsequent requests. As you can see, when I run the sessions endpoint after logging in, I get a valid response. However, if I disable the login step and run the test again, it fails because the endpoints rely on each other. Clear documentation is key to effective collaboration. With Echo API, you can generate a complete open API spec with a single click. Let's go ahead and click the one-click completion button to generate full documentation for this endpoint. Once it's done, we can save and share it easily. When we click on the shared link, we can see just how clean and professional the documentation looks. Absolutely awesome. Teamwork is built in Echo API, allows you to invite teammates, manage permissions, and track changes through built-in version control. This ensures that your entire team stays aligned as your app evolves. Now let's compare with Postman. It's clear that Echo API offers many enhanced features. Postman lacks, such as intelligent parameter naming, batch updates, and one-click documentation generation. Congratulations, you've just built a production-ready API using Echo API, complete with secure authentication, dynamic responses, and AI-enhanced tooling. Apply these skills to your next AI project, whether it's in therapy, education, or health. Visit echoapi.com now. Claim your 20 free AI credits and start building today. Thanks for watching and happy coding.